myself and Lou had been working individually for many years, just as a sort of backing thing. And I think we just kind of felt it was time we did something together, really.
I'd been writing in a kind of pop jazz genre, and he'd been writing in a sort of old country folk genre. We thought that our two individual careers would not really mesh.
So we just kind of hit upon this idea, and Mark's written this fabulous short story based around 7 or 8 Clementine songs. And it's all set in a rundown bar in downtown Memphis, and it's kind of told through the eyes of Marcia, a former Las Vegas showgirl who's now, you know, just passing her time and playing her days out serving beer and chili dogs to waifs and strays who come into this bar. You know, it could be set in Liverpool actually. The bar's got a real sort of brutal vibe about it.
So I'm going back to Memphis. Think I'll stay for good this time.
Does the buzz ever go, like, because you've been touring for a long time, performing for a long time, does that buzz and excitement ever go, or do you still...
Well, yeah, it gets, you know, it gets harder and it gets easier, and it sounds silly that, but sometimes because you've been doing it so long, you know the different emotions you're going to go through, the way you feel on the day of a gig, and the way you get maybe a little bit nervous, or you just maybe you're not feeling up for it that night. Then you also know you're going to, because you've been doing it a long time, you're going to have some good nights and you're going to have bad nights.
Yeah, it's fantastic to feel the buzz of being on a huge stage with thousands of people, but actually sometimes you still get that thrill from doing a very tiny, intimate little show. And I suppose the buzz is the feeling, you know, I've written this is my work, and I'm doing what I want to do, and luckily there are a few people that like it, and that's just so gratifying.
I mean, I've been working in the country, or Americana, or whatever you want to call it, for 30 years, I suppose, and it has definitely been a hindrance, because there's a lot of narrow-minded people out there who think, you know, country music is an American form of music, and if you're not American you can't do it correctly, in the same way that in the early 60s British bands were playing the blues, and well, that's the black man's music. If you're from Twickenham or you're from Liverpool, how can you play the blues? I don't think it matters really. You either do make good music or you don't make good music. It doesn't matter where you're from. What does matter is though people's perception of you, and that is hard, absolutely.
We go to America, that's the irony, and we perform to America, and I think the Americans like the fact that we're English, so it's a bit kooky and a bit, you know, a bit odd that we're sort of bringing coals to Newcastle, if you like. But I don't know, I think that kind of doesn't matter where you're from. If it's good music, there's either good music and there's bad music. And if you're doing something that's good, if people are appreciating it and you feel that you've created something you're proud of, then whether its roots are in America or China or Australia or Birmingham, England, it doesn't matter. It's you do what you do.
Your tree heart will make you weep.
Who would you say your biggest influences as you were growing up, you know, who really influenced you to make music?
Well, I suppose when I was a teenager, it had nothing to do with country music. Mark Billingham made me want to be a pop star, and then I failed at that.
Patsy Cline, her voice always, even as a child, just absolutely thrilled me.
Elvis Costello made me want to be a songwriter, as did Townes Van Zandt.
Women with fantastic voices and have something to say are always the people that get me going. And I ain't got much time for any of this fluffy stuff around the edge, to be honest.
I'm so comfortable playing now, I don't get nervous at all about the performance. I maybe get a little nervous that some of the other things that I can't control might go wrong. But the actual, I'm very comfortable getting up and playing, and so I always look forward to that.
It's just that silly showbiz magic, but you know, the minute you've got on the stage, you're kind of just in the zone, and usually the thrill is there, even if I'm standing next to my husband.